So thank you so much, Mr. Alok Sasmal, for joining us on such an incredible topic. Now let's head towards our next one, wherein we talk about implementation of AI, ethics, and governance. Well, we have with us a proven technology and a fintech leader with over 18 plus years of experience driving digital transformation. He's the founder and managing director of Access Solutions and Health Junction Technologies, spearheading innovation in AI, AR, VR, payments, and digital healthcare. He's known for building successful business strategies, of course, product development and compliance solutions for major organizations. It's truly an honor having him at the AI Conclave 2025, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up for Nachiket Deshpande.
Good afternoon. We already had quite a few sessions. We all are already entrenched in AI. Now, some reality checks. The topic is very relevant, very important, and it's high time, even after lunch, we wake up and realize what responsibilities we hold when we are looking at implementation of AI. I would like to start with one of the cases to wake us up. This is a case of Arup, a global engineering company. Its CFO supposedly calls the team from London, calls a team in Hong Kong over a video call. There are 5-6 members in that video call. The finance executive attends the video call. He feels that he has been instructed to deposit a specific large amount of money for a takeover transaction. He authorizes the transaction, and what is realized? Apart from him, everybody on the call were AI deepfake agents. What it resulted onto? $25 million getting authorized for transactions. So, when we are looking at present scenario, and this has happened in January 24. I am referring to all published cases, nothing which is here confidential. So this is a wake-up call for all of us to understand the importance of governance and ethics into the present AI bandwagon. So while we all understand there is a challenge, there is a huge opportunity here. The opportunity is of significant value. At a global level, we are looking at leapfrogging, another industrial revolution being assisted through AI, where we are expecting to have $15.7 trillion of economic change triggered through the AI. That's a whopping amount. As a human life and human habits, it's going to change drastically. Our labor forces are not going to be laborious, they are going to be intelligent, and AI is going to make them more smarter, efficient, and more productive than ever. So it's not going to go anywhere around, and it's also going to create a tremendous consumer demand. What we want is maybe better known to the ones who are going to supply the goods and services much prior than ourselves. Different thought process altogether. So when this economic activity boom is happening, there is also a concern as well as thoughtful steps that we need to take. For Bharat, this is a very crucial moment. We are looking at becoming a global advanced nation, a recognizable superpower, and for which we have to continue our growth at 8%. Our aim is by 2047, we become the superpower. Now for that to happen, we are presently growing at a 5.8% on average. CAGR, we need to have 8%. So it is imperative that we have to use AI. We need to upskill. We have the largest demographic advantage, dividend, where we have youth who is qualified, who is ready to take on the world. Also, they are technically qualified. So we are going to be sort of engine to the world coming further. At the same time, there is another challenge coming with that. Presently in Bharat, we are not having the core of AI ecosystem at our end. We are the largest consumers, while silicon chips, which are driving AI, as well as core models, large language models, and the tech behind that is not made in India. So what more important is, we become more aware and have better control on how and what we are using. And I'm very happy to say that as India, we are taking right steps. While we see that all of us who are present and future leaders, these are the two parts to understand the AI, right? To simplify it, one is predictive AI and another is generative AI. Largely two, I would say, buckets in which we can put it. Earlier, what used to happen when we were using a plain, simple programming, the results were defined on a formula. With AI coming into picture, there is a probabilistic answers that we are looking at. And that probabilistic answers have advantage as well as challenges also. So now from governance focus, in prediction, we need to look at accuracy as well as reliability. And from generative perspective, we need to see that there is a originality, creativity, as well as the rights of creation being protected of humans. So there is a challenge and conflict first time arising between a human and a technology created by human. So why it's not an optional? It's a must, as it is becoming a very important part of our life. Where the fundamental shift is happening, we can see algorithmic bias, black box problems, new security threats, hallucinations as some of the key areas of AI-based risks happening. So just to give you an example, how does this translate into actual challenges? So let me give you an example, lending. When in America, they have taken some lending data sets and have created models on top of it. For a particular community, it is continuously giving high risk profile because of the biases which have been there in older data sets. Similarly, for insurance and healthcare spends, it has been observed that on specific groups, it has always been giving a low health care awareness as well as spends. Now, these are biases based on prior data. Whether they will continue in the future? No. So there is a human intervention and correction needed wherever such issues are involved, because it impacts the society at a large. Now, what are the answers for that? World is trying to figure out what are the different ways to handle AI and its governance. European Union has come up with its first official act, which creates a sort of framework which is horizontal. It has created 4 categories in which it is clearly putting up that it is unacceptable, limited risk, higher risk, and minimal risk. So very clearly, everybody in the ecosystem, either of these 4 areas has to fit in. No matter what industry, what sector, AI applications need to fit in either of these 4 blocks, and then on that basis, its application and further governance as well as even legal ramifications are going to get decided. When it comes to Bharat, we have come up with a much more open-minded approach to it. The governance of AI has been primarily driven today by the Niti Aayog policies that they have started releasing. So presently, it has been developed on the lines of the horizontal, not on the horizontal approach, but the vertical approach. What I mean by that, in Bharat, it is believed that specific sectors will be owned by the specific regulators or entity owners leaders in that sector. Like RBI has come up with free AI report in last couple of months back. So on the same framework that has been put up by Niti Aayog, they are taking on specific sector and going deeper into that, driving the guidelines, and which will slowly get converted into a legal ramifications also in that manner. Why this approach is good? We are open, we are agile, we are creating flexible frameworks, and most importantly, we are encouraging innovation. I am really thankful some of the regulators have been sort of lighthouses in India. As sir mentioned, RBI has been one of them. Because of their progressive approach, Bharat has seen tremendous acceptance of digital payments and multiple such initiatives. They are even taking up their steps in the correct manner in this form too. So how does it differ from EU model and India model? So in EU model is very structured approach, whereas Bharat model is a large outline driven evolving approach to per se presently. Moving ahead further, what are the current steps taken and what is their sequence? In 2018, Niti Aayog had come first with the paper of AI for all. They had recognized that this is something forthcoming in the future which nobody can ignore. We are going to leverage AI further in the future now, and followed by that, in 2022 they came up with the paper on responsible AI. So the work has been always going on. I had been fortunate to interact with some of the leading team members of Niti Aayog. What the work they are looking forward to do in the future with the industry's inputs are phenomenal. In August 2025, taking the cue from Niti Aayog, RBI has already come up with the free AI, which I briefed guidelines, and recently, 2 days back, again MeitY has come up with the guidelines this time. So they are now slowly forming the frameworks, guardrails on which further detailing is going to happen. So what are the major points that have come up out of it? These are the 7 sutras that have been defined as Bharat's national philosophy while governing the AI. First is the trust is the foundation. What I mean by that is, where any service or product is getting delivered through AI, the delivery needs to be based on the trust. Second part is, for whatever reason you are implementing AI, approach needs to be people first. The center of the entire AI or technology approach needs to be the person or human at the center of it. Very bold movement, innovation over restraint. Instead of curbing, putting the gates first, they are saying you are ready to experiment, but you should be responsible while doing that. So this is a very welcome step. Quite a few of us who are entrepreneurs and working in this domain, it is one of the most progressive steps in terms of anywhere in the world. Fairness and equality, something which is being taken from our constitution, that it needs not have bias. Very important part, while AI is, as I mentioned, has the models as well as major work has been done out of India. While we are using in Bharat, we need to understand has to be as per our requirement. Bharat's understanding, Bharat's people's way of doing it, Bharat's biases have to be included into them. Accountability, again, very important part. While you are using large language models, the results coming out of it are going to affect the actual lives. So while this is happening, there is going to be an actual accountability driven to whom they are slowly evolving and coming to that in a structured form. Very simple but very effective, understandable design. Now when you are putting up AI, ये कैसे हुआ मालूम नहीं will not be acceptable. It will have to be identified how this is coming in. Reproducible is another very important part, that if it has come up as an answer once, can you reproduce it? It is not fluke by chance, but there is to be a method to that. And last but not the least, safety, reliability, and resilience and sustainability. Again, a very important part. So these 7 sutras are, I believe, going to be a guiding model not only for Bharat but for the world altogether.
So the Reserve Bank, vis-a-vis the government, both have adopted the same sutras?
This is coming from METI. So everybody will now get aligned to that.
From the government, no?
Yes. Now sector specific. Now I'm referring to specifically to the finance. Now in finance, free AI has been earlier report. The latest one is from the METI, which is few days back. So what they are insisting, this is for all the friends who are from banking, fintech industry. This has been an earlier approach, but what has been clearly mandated is that you need to have a board level AI policy. If we are having a registered company and using AI, we need to have a documented board AI level policy. Secondly, how we are using AI internally as well as to the external users, both inventory of AI solutions being used. That has to be maintained and board level awareness needs to be there. Third is audit framework. Now they have currently not specified which are the regulations they need to follow, but structurally you need to see that you are at least checking it. Mandatory consumer disclosure. Something magic is happening and a portfolio recommendation is coming or your queries are getting resolved, cannot happen. You have to have a mandatory disclosure that this is coming as an AI-based response. So again, I will quickly touch upon all of us are aware about DigiYatra. This is a government, I would say, initiative. So when they came up with a brilliant idea, reduce the queues, ensure efficiency, go ahead and adopt the fourth most technology. But when it got rolled out, it has been always voluntary. But when people started enrolling themselves, they found that it is somehow, from their perspective, being made mandatory. So in 2024 report or market survey that happened, the perception of DigiYatra users or those who have refused to use it, they have been taken into account and the corrective actions have been now started taken into account, which include policy as well as user experience enhancements and improvements coming into the picture. So government is also taking a stock of it and making required changes. Some of the successful implementations which are resulting into a benefit while they are being governed AI into the picture. 2 of the large industry houses, Tata Steel as well as Sun Pharma, they have implemented multiple use cases and have successfully gone ahead and shown the business outcomes. So it's no more a fiction. We are talking about real results, real outcomes being delivered to the businesses through the adoption of AI. Now, ISO 42000, we are all aware of ISO 27000 series, which has been a digital governance, digital policy management practice across for years now. 42001 is the version which now sort of looks into the similar aspect for AI governance. And it is presently the only one which is available as a globally accepted standard or a framework. I would not call it standard, but it is a framework which deals with a AI governance. And I would highly recommend all of you, even the students, to go ahead and check it out. It is the way all further future AI governance are going to get aligned about. So what it looks into, I have just pulled in some of the key clauses here of ISO 42001, establishing a AI policy. So your own policy you need to define as an organization. Secondly, AI risk assessment. So which stakeholders are being touched by which AI element or application tool, and based on that you need to analyze and assess what is the risk exposure to your business as well as the user. Second is AI system impact assessment. In case of success as well as failure, what will happen? If there is a chance of any mishap, how your business continuity is going to happen? What will work, what will not work? AI competence framework. Within your team, how you are going to manage and how your business is going to continue, whether it's dependent on one person or few people, where entire organization success is going to be dependent on. And last but not the least, AI operational control. If things are going wrong, if there is a rogue attack happening, some way there is large language model stopped working, how your business is going to continue or how you are going to control it. So what is going to be in the future? How, what, where? From governance point of view, Niti Aayog has presently kept aside a few things for the future. These are some of them. AI liability reforms, whom to catch on. Now presently they have not talked about it, but this is going to come. Second, very important, copyright reform. Copyright has gone completely outdated once generative AI has come into picture. So now what is going to be copyrighted and how it is going to be copyrighted, the future is going to come here. So let us all expect soon, not in the near future, but at least in mid-term future, things coming on these lines. So what is that we are looking at? Formally adopting 7 sutras, establishing grievance redressal systems, very important. मेरे AI ने ये किया मुझको मालूम नहीं. I don't know this, my AI did, can't work. You are accountable for the AI solutions, so you have to have a redressal systems also for that. Excuse me. Institutional frameworks and AI governance group, AI safety institutes, they have already come into picture. So all of us who are looking to contribute, we should also align to that. Our own experiences, good, bad, ugly, we should definitely put on. What we as an organization are doing in this regards, Convolink is a platform that we have come up as an AI governance platform, governance first. So we have come with a patented technology of data pods, enterprise data, which we can clearly identify, define policies on, control accesses upon, and on which multiple AI applications can run. So we are looking forward how this could be in the future and getting prepared our customers as well as forthcoming future users on the AI governance piece of it. Also, we are running AI Center of Excellence. We are helping enterprise users to adopt with AI governance practices. So, long story short, what should be the outcome of this? So, 10 implementation steps I would all of you like to take up on, which you can implement in your own organizations. at least have a look. If not adopting ISO 42000, be aware of them. Second, definitely have a board level AI policy. If you are in banking or in fintech or in BFSI domain, a must. Secondly is AI inventory. Third is AI inventory. At least have a list of it where what is being used, including ChatGPT being used unofficially by your team members. Risk segmentation, what data is going out, what is its impact. Data governance on a larger level, very important. What is the exposure, what data is going out, how you can control it, manage it. Human in loop, must. AI is still not mature. We all need to have human oversight over there. Training and assurance, very important. Even users, internal and external, need to be given a confidence. Your jobs are not at stake. You are getting enabled, but how to use AI, give them confidence as well as to your customers too. The user disclosure, very important. It is going to be legally and from risk mitigation point of view also very practical to disclose when AI is being used. Incident reporting and independent audits. So I feel on this, I will wrap it out, and this is something which we can take it offline. So my very simple, don't get scared by the loss, which I showed you. There is a big opportunity coming in the future. Focus on AI. Let us see that we are working on governance as a bridge, and we have to be pro-innovation, proactive while adopting and using AI. Thank you very much for patience listening.
Nachiket, thank you. May we request you to please join us in the center. May I take the opportunity of inviting Dr. Narendra? And of course, if you could also have the Chief Manager IT of New India Assurance, if you could have Mr. Ravi Kumar Songraji to please join us as well. Mr. Ravi Kumar?
Yeah, from the New India Assurance, please do come.
Is he there? All right. Can we please request you to join us as well? Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, can we get the token of appreciation to be presented on stage?
Once again, New India Assurance is one of our government sector sponsors. So give a big hand. Who's having the insurance from New India here?
Thank you so much, Nachiket, for joining us. Of course, an incredible presentation right there. And thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for joining in. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mohan, yes, please.
Nachiket, I had only one question to ask. I was feeling so happy when you are referring to Bharat. Are you referring to the India, or are you referring to the rural and semi-urban India? What is that you are referring to?
I am referring to our mother Bhumi.
Wonderful, very
Bharat.
good. But having said that, I will only suggest that there is a great need for all technology companies to put their stakes on financial literacy in Bharat. That is,
Completely agree, sir.
I mean, when you talked about Viksit Bharat, no, Viksit Bharat cannot be only metros and urban. Viksit Bharat has to have the rural and semi-urban areas where a lot of digital literacy is required, who can understand and make the best use of it.
So
Thank
AI
you.
will drive this further faster.
Thank
we
you
should
so
discuss
much.
this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nachiket.